difficult for a reason. I mean, Chuck does damage. What, melee or the barrels and stuff was like, what, 40 damage? Something like that.
Is it the same between
40,
all
50?
classes?
I think so. I think it's just how fast you throw, how far you throw it is different between the classes.
Oh,
but I think the damage, is it 40? Am I crazy? Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
I know. Well, I know melee in general does more damage on certain classes, right? But I don't know if throwing does.
Melee damage is the same. Melee damage is 40 across all classes.
Really?
50. Okay. 50
Where did I get this in
damage.
my head that was a thing?
I don't know. You tell me.
But
Either way, I think we have a lobby getting started already. We have a final round starting up.
So excited.
We have Agent Penguin, Kinetic, and Tutoro versus Jog, Tom Toast, and Utopian. This is already gonna be a bit of a banger.
I would say so. I haven't seen Agent Penguin in quite some time. I'm excited to see what they're gonna bring to the arena today. Jog, I think we already know is gonna be running the repeater. That guy can't part ways with that thing for sure.
No. Jog, he will be jogging it. Yeah, I think repeater, Utopian probably on the dagger, I would assume. And then Tom Toast.
Yeah, I think it's a safe bet.
How is Tom Toast running these days?
I think Tom Toast is a little all over the place. I think it just kind of depends on the day, but it might be a sword. May or may not be a sword. We're gonna find out very soon. The code's coming in. I have a question for you, Young. It's now, we're a little bit into season 10. Do you have a favorite map in the current meta? Is there something you're like, oh, you get this map and you're like, I'm eating today. So yummy.
So yummy.
Ice cream yummy.
I do actually really like Sis Horizon. I think Sis, to me, it's just easy to watch, easy to understand. I think it plays well. I think it's always been my favorite map ever since it came out in season 2.
Right.
Excuse me. But I think genuinely Sis has always been a classic, I think, in Finals Con. One that I like to watch that pops up, I like Fangwai. I think it's actually pretty cool. Dude, I think just as a spectator.
We're big fans over here. It is such a fun map to watch, genuinely.
Fans. I think there is, when it came out, I know you guys were a little mixed about it.
Oh,
I think I've kind of come around to it a little bit.
It really has I enjoy playing on the map now. It's now like a staple.
Oh, that's not Fangwai. What the? Oh,
kind of looks. No, I can't. It doesn't look close at all.
What is this? Mexico? Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, wait.
No, wait.
Well, you might be right. Well, the triple light double sniper is a choice. I don't think it's the wrong choice by any means, but
oh, Toodles, I like men. There it is. Yeah, it looks like somehow. Well, I was gonna say somehow. I'm not surprised that we got this triple sniper. Oh, the audio went all watery on my end, but as long as it sounds fine on stream, that's fine. Oh my gosh, the intros are all synced up. But yeah, we got Bernal, we got LMH on the live wires, and triple light, double grapple, by the way.
Yeah, on Bernal of all things, right?
Yeah, I think you're not getting as much value maybe out of all this, but we'll have to see what happens. So again, this is really the highest point in the map, so this is probably as good as it's gonna get. But Cody, engagement's coming up. I'm not really sure what the live wires are running, but Kinetic's already getting a little sturdy on them.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. I think it's going to be tough when you're running grapple sniper on a map like Bernal. But speaking of rough, Jog taking a ton of damage. I like men getting that final pick after a ton of damage coming out from Kinetic. But kind of back to what I was saying, right, is like grapple sniper on this map. There's not a lot to grapple to. Looks like they're already starting to move the box. I don't know. What do you think, Young?
I think you just gotta hope. I think if you're on the live wires, I mean, yeah, you got 3 snipers. Tom Toast he's looking for him. The fella, they're already gone. I hate to break it to you, they're already out the dang box. You know what? I hate to say, bringing a balloon to a sniper fight might not really do much for you. You got the little balloon skin for the sword, but the box is plugged. I think now, if I'm on the live wire side, right, you need some sort of cover, right? I'm not sure what the others are running. We see tracking dart on I Like Men. Interesting choice in a 3v3.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, just get yourself some cover. If you have the gateway on Tom Toast, right, that's also one thing. If you want to just try and bring the fight to them, or just reposition in general, that's fine. But looking at the positions here, great little bit of crossfire from the Boundless Jog. Really just kind of soaking up some damage. Agent Penguin gets one. That's Kinetic with the second. Third, Utopian. All that's left. They're just going to toy with him. Flamethrower comes out. Kinetic's going to put him down, and that's kind of all she wrote. Take another look at that one real quick. Cody, look at this little crossfire they got.
There, but the Boundless just really had every single angle covered, and it really showed. The damage just rained in, and they almost explode before they even have a chance to do anything. I think we do need to see that gateway come out from Tom Toast, because it is going to be tough to get track of these grapple sniper lights, kind of like mosquitoes.
A little bit. We do have barricades available, so if we do get up onto the point, right? For snipers, especially with the flamethrower as well. This could be all they need here, right? So here comes the steel. Gotta put that other barricade down. There you go, fella. Blitz comes out, but here comes the flamethrower as well, just starting to burn them out. The steel, the flip, now in favor of the live wires, but Kinetic does take down one. It's now 1v2. Kinetic, the last alive. Jog, great shots with the F-car. Kinetic, one more shot will do it, but it's not going to connect. There it is. All right, Jog finally taking down Kinetic. That was the push that we needed, Cody. Just a little barricadage.
Shout out to Jog getting that final pick. I think they're going to make it with that box. Yeah, looking at the totals, they are 25 up. It means they got that one, so we're moving on to Vault 2. I'm seeing those cash boxes over there. They look pretty close. I think the Boundless, yes, spawned directly on top of the box. Not a great position here for the live wires, since, you know, the Boundless kind of have insane high ground. I feel like if I was them here, which they might be doing right now, I would just let them bring the box to me, right? You know, I mean, why not? I don't want to push that.
Yeah, why do the hard work? Yeah, just let them run it. Ease peas. I don't even know where the other teams are at. Two's all the way over here. Okay, there we go. Now I can see. Sorry, my feed is a little choppy, so I'm playing a little bit of catch up. Okay. Kinetic running that box. He's gonna get there. He probably sees them already, or is aware. Like, okay, well, Pink isn't here. Surely there's somewhere that damage is gonna deter them quite a bit. Did they throw the box over? Did I miss something?
I guess so, but speaking of missing something, I Like Men doesn't miss anything getting that pick onto Tom Toast. Now Agent Bingham coming in hot with the gas barrel. Definitely interesting. I don't know if I would gas the point if I'm trying to steal, right? Am I wrong for that? Is that a misplay?
You know what? Just call it mind game. It's fine. But yeah. Hunkered down. You know, not a lot of ways to get out of this building. Does Tom Toast even have the game? I didn't even realize if he does or not.
We haven't technically found out.
Oh, well, there is one on there, so that might be there. Okay, looks like the glitch. It takes out the gate anyway, but the Reds, Tom Toast can take down here. This is their time to go in, right? You were on 3 snipers. Flamethrower and sword. You need to start dashing in there. If possible, that's 1, that's 2. It's now just up to, well, no one. Agent Penguin goes down. 3 lights out of the mix. Take a look. Kind of got put into the blender a little bit.
Using the environment around them to funnel them directly into the flamethrower. They did a great job at kind of putting themselves in a corner, putting the barricades down, and kind of forcing the engagement into a funnel almost. And, you know, you would think the blender would be on them, but no, they completely turned it around. And now the Boundless have to come in and make something happen really, really quickly. I'm not too sure they have the time or the means to make it happen, Young. Now time is still starting to count down. I think there's only about maybe 15, 20 seconds left on this cash box. The glitch is starting to come in. That flamethrower Utopian burning the goo. I don't know if I'd want to open up that hole in the ceiling. Pyromite setting himself on fire. Now jumping in with Tom Toast, looking to get that sword. Any sort of damage coming in. Using the barricades to block off the doors. This is kind of an interesting play here. Boundless need to do something very quickly, young, because the time is counting down. I hear the crowd coming in. Damage starting to rain in. Down goes I Like Men. Down goes Age of Penguin. It's just kinetic. There's not much time left. Any shots to rain in, but it is just not enough. The Live Wires taking home this one.
Quick little dub for Live Wires there. Yeah, triple sniper, always fun in theory. There you go, Utopian Chud snipers. You know, I think if you want to win, there's other things you can play, but I think for the fun, Light Sniper's fine. Light Sniper. Would be interested to see them shake things up a bit. But looking at the queue, you know, still got a few folks left in there. I'm not so sure if filled up just yet, so I'm not gonna think. Probably not gonna need any cash out yet. Probably gonna keep going to final round. Sorry, I'm also my feed's a little choppy, so I'm trying to.
All good. It is a-okay. The chop is strong today. We're taking a look at the leaderboard. Tom Toast with 1 elimination. I feel like he was really struggling to make that sword work, which makes sense, right? All of the good old snipers keeping him away. You know, you don't really want to be on sword in that situation. But I did see, I think it was Utopian popping off with that flamethrower, which kind of doesn't make sense. You have a sniper.
No. I think, you know, it's one thing. You let them plug, let them get the setup early, right? Playing flamethrower and sword, especially against 3 snipers, right? There's not much that they can really do in that situation anyway. I think we're just waiting on our next match, though. I believe we start a little early, which is fine. But we have sorry, I can't even speak. I'm falling asleep. Aquavex, Decod, Jog, Kinetic, I Like Men, and Utopian for our next one here. So will they bring out triple sniper again? I don't know. Oh, my mouse is also dying. Everything's going wrong. Sorry, fellas. I'm in shambles today.
It's okay. I don't blame you, but I do blame you. Wonderful weather we're having today. Anyways, I want to talk about something. I don't know if anyone heard when we went to that first match, but just by the way, if you get a kill with Chuck, could win $5 of multi-bucks. It's going to be a little hard to pull off, but I think you guys can do it. Just saying. Just saying. I think
no Chuck yet. Are we going to see triple heavy, potentially?
I think you should. I think now's the time.
I think now's the time. Get it before everyone starts showing up. You know. That's the way to do it.
Now is the chance to do it. I think we're just waiting for them to set up the actual match. I'm looking. It looks like they're going to Fangwei, which is going to be, I think, a good pick for the heavies here. If you did want to go triple heavy, it's kind of the time to do it. Fangwei really allows you to move around the map, all the, you know, buildings around. There's a lot of layers, as Shrek would say, a lot of paths to move around. So kind of the time, just saying. Just saying.
Especially on Fangwei, right? There's a lot of close range boxes on this map. A lot of the cash outs are mostly indoors. You have a few by that like water section out there. But generally, yeah, you're playing a lot of the indoor stuff. Again, there's time to do it. Chuck, good to bring out now. But I believe also after this one, heads up, I'll be swapping out for old Samalan on the casting desk.
Okay, you'll be right.
I'll be watching
here. I'll be right here.
In everyone's heart. But we do have, looks like Meowfum's in the waiting room now, too. So, familiar face showing up. Meowfum, Young Guns. Young Guns, Meowfum showing up.
Shout out Meowfum. Watching him in Ape Squad Classics was pretty electric. I'm not going to lie. I love watching that guy. Genuinely, there is no other player that sits as close to my heart as Meowfum. Just saying.
And we'll be back on Thursday.
I know. I'm
Thursday.
Pretty excited.
I know, day 2. And this is...
Oh, we're typing a message in. Heal. Heal. Go away. I wanted to see what he had to say.
CNS was out here.
I don't know. I want to see what he had to say. I'm just saying, you put me on the sticks and... Look, I used to play Call of Duty. I can type real fast on that D-pad. All right? I'm electric on the D-pad. I'm just saying.
All right, match starting here. Looking at the comps, though. No heavy on the side of the live wires, but many heavy on the boundless. Heavy stunks are up. Most heavy. Alkavex and Jog, right? Shockwave and Heal Beam respectively. Decod on the light, though. Does have Gateway. No Chuck on Utopian. I like men have Chuck per chance. I guess we'll find out in a bit. Loadout-wise, though. Oh, we do have a Chuck. Right, I like men with the Chuck and the MGL. Bit of an unorthodox setup here, but if you're going to play MGL, this is kind of where you want it. Kind of in this this closed-off environment, the stairwell. Cody, no box tap just yet. I think team's just trying to posture up just for a little bit. See where everyone's going to push it from.
Now going in, getting that started, has a red barrel in hand, looking for something. I think the double medium is going to be kind of diabolical here. They just kind of have to remove the mesh, right? I did see that glitch come in. You need to be very careful to use that charge to get that mesh out of the fight as soon as possible. You see a goo gun as well. Goo gun's going to be also a little annoying here for the live wires to deal with. They do have the shockwave, but definitely not too many counters to that goo. I don't know if they're running any pyro or anything like that, but now starting to move the box. Jog looking for some shots, running the F car this time, starting to get some good damage on the I Like Men. Down goes I Like Men to the Chimera by Aquavex. Gnome coming out just a little too late. Looks like Utopian dropped down, reuniting with Kinetic, and now Jog kind of split from the rest of his team. Gonna start doing the angle pad, now jumping in with D-Quad. Looking to just stay alive. Definitely want to use this to their advantage, Young, because they are down one already, so good spot here.
Yeah, rough start for him. I think they do have the, well, the exit is good. Probably wrong. Here's a fight with Utopian. Loose on the hand, not going to do enough. Aquavex, Chimera doing a lot of work, but I don't know if there's enough to win this fight. Here comes the MGL, though. Great damage from the back here. One more shot will do it. Can he get the Chuck kill this year? Time to do it. He's going to whiff on the first one. Jog running for his life. I think he's going to regen started back up, but I appreciate the time with Chuck. Chuck's out of here. He's just gone now. Whiff and he's out.
Man, that was pretty
fight,
close.
though. Yeah, close fight for the balance. Don't think it's over yet. The res has come back in, though, Cody.
Yeah, and that MGL on the height is pretty good here, but the jump pad now coming in from Jog to get him into a better angle, and this is not a great position for I Like Men. That MGL kind of only works if you have stuff to bounce off, or if you have a good angle, but when you're chasing people, not too great of a position. The Pyronade coming in doing a lot of damage to both I Like Men and Utopian. Now, oh my gosh, I Like Men taking himself out, and then Aquavex getting a pick onto Kinetic. Not a great position for the balance. Just Utopian, he's low. He has an RPG out. I don't know what he's going to be able to do with that. It's two mediums. So they have like 5 lives. Now damage starting to come in a whole lot. Utopian somehow still alive. The barricade to try to keep him alive, but it's not enough. D-Quad getting that final pick onto the balance and taking him out of the fight. We're good.
Yeah, tough push. I think, you know, running MGL and Goo for one, not the most, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for here? It doesn't make a lot of sense. We'll say that. I think, yeah, Goo and MGL, sure, you can, I guess, hit the grenades off of it, but it's just a tough push, especially when you have two mediums with a lot of mobility, right? Aquavex on the pad, plus the shockwave. You see it there in action. That Chimera is doing so much damage as well. Such a good, I don't want to call it a gun, but just a good weapon. Good addition to Season 10.
Yeah, it is such a fun weapon, genuinely.
Yeah, I think hopefully we'll see more of it in Classic and some of the stuff here this week. The kill here, trying to get the kill with Chuck. Not going to happen. I've been down to 11 HP. Jog will take him down. Not enough damage to support. The Kinetic on the backside of the fight re-kills Jog to make it a 2v2. So Kinetic and Utopian just trying to get something out of this fight. RPG not going to go out there. Decod, Arn in hand, doing some great work there to take down Utopian. And now it's just up to Kinetic. Kinetic, we've seen before, can really clutch up when he needs to. This means a bit of an animal. Rez comes back out there for Jog. All of them are on mine there. You gotta be a little bit careful. Decod, 22 health to his name. Kinetic just trying to stay alive and maybe let his team coin back in. Not really sure what he's trying to do.
Cameras are up, getting a pick onto Aquavex though, which is huge. Just needs to stay alive. Unfortunately, Decod getting that final pick onto Kinetic. Now the Boundless are coming in. They're healthy, but not healthy enough because Kinetic got picked. They have to either get the res, come and like, I mean, anytime soon, or they have to wait 20 seconds, which they, I guess they have the time for. The box hasn't been plugged yet. Speaking of, Caster's Curse literally just plugged it, by the way. The time is going down now. You got to hurry up. Looks like they did notice that. They heard me from the great beyond. Kinetic now coining in here. And weirdly enough, Aquavex somehow, some way got killed. So now the live wires are down. It's kind of a trade, a duel between goats right now. Looks like they were able to get the res. Quad getting that off. Pretty sure it was a manual res. I don't think a light has a defib. He might though. It's possible. Could have brought it in. Smuggled it in maybe. Well, damage starting to rain in with that MGL. Jog looking to get any sort of angle here. I like Men taking a lot of damage, and so is Kinetic. But the steal coming in from Utopian. They need to be quick. They're a little too far from the box, and now damage coming in again. Aquavex getting that pick onto Kinetic, and somehow, some way, the Boundless able to get the steal here. But unfortunately, Jog getting a pick onto I Like Men. It's now just Utopian holding out here for the Boundless. It's not a great position, but the Pyromine starting to do some damage to Jog. The goo blocking him off completely. Utopian able to get a pick on a Jog, but he's low. He needs to be careful. And Aquavex getting that final pick on to Utopian and taking the Boundless out of the fight here. There's not a ton of time left. They have still 15 seconds left on their respawn timer, but I don't think they have enough time to go for the steal. I am worried. The live wires might have this one in its entirety. I don't know what the Boundless are doing, but man, the live wires are doing something better. I really hope the Boundless have enough time. I'm looking at that cash box timer. They might have like 20 seconds, but man, do they have to move. Kinetic needs to throw some sort of gateway or something, but they're taking the fancy route. They want to come in smiling, I guess. Utopian already taking so much damage, putting the barricade in front of his friend's face. Facepalm, if you ask me. Everyone on the Boundless are taking a lot of damage, but I Like Men getting that pick onto Aquavex. Dickwad getting the trade back. Kinetic getting a pick on the Jog. Utopian getting that final pick. Do they have enough time? I don't think they do. The steal coming in, but it's just not enough. And the live wires taking home this one. Man, what a game. I can't believe it. They were so close. If they would have moved just a little bit quicker, they could have had this one.
It's a struggle, right? You lose a fight just at the end, and it's that little bit of time, or lack of time, I guess, that you just don't have. So a rough push anyway. You're pushing a team that's set up. You have barely any time left. But Jog, Decod, put those two together. And Aquavex, great job to hold it down.
Both my
the
dogs.
stat lines too. Is that a tie in combat score? It is. We'll let them fight out who the MVP was. But fellas, I think we're doing a little bit of swapperoo.
Yeah, I think you got to go to the great beyond.
I do. I think.
How did I get so low?
I don't know. You're starting. You're just squatting in your chair.
I got low.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened. Well, either way, we'll see you right after this quick break because we're gonna swap Young out. They're gonna get him. They're getting him.
They're getting me. They're at my door. They're gonna get me. We'll be right back though.
They're getting him. How do I get over here? Oh, okay. Hey, you're muted.
Damn. Good comms. Good comms. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I want you to know that sounded good, but I was going to say, we've got Meowfum, TGM 25 qualifier, Ruby Labubu favorite.
Wait,
Everybody
hold on.
knows
Didi
and
has
loves
something
him.
to say.
Yeah, great spiel, though. Thank you. Thank you, Nick, for the good comms on that. Yeah, we had to do a quick switcheroo of the casters, but we are so back, Cody, and it's time to get loud. Loud and proud here in the arena, Cody.
I got saying my name like that. I don't like that.
Cody. Yeah, Cody.
Stop.
Yeah, Cody.
Okay, well, it's my time to shine. I'm looking at the Boundless right now. They're looking good, and we already talked about the live fires. They have some guy named Momo Fun. I don't know who that is. It's not like he tried to qual at the Grand Major or anything. Anyways, jumping in already, we have Jog on the F card, not running the repeater. It almost breaks my heart a little bit, but I'm looking at that jump pad. He's opening up the scroll. He's looking through the texts to try to figure out how they can beat the live wires, Sam.
Yeah, this is interesting. MML against LMH. Pretty standard setup there on the live wires. Of course, we've got Meowfum or Momo there on the heavy with Winchclaw. Not sure what he's got paired up with it, but we know that he can make a lot of things work here. As he's starting to rain in damage, Utopian laying in with that F card, though, against him. Momo's going to go ahead and get up and healthy. Shattered Sniper also in this lobby, Cody, who was our April Fool's Day Pugs tournament winner. Glad to see them back in the arena this evening. Utopian going to go ahead and drop in here with the heal beam's going to see all of the live wires somehow make it out there, but Momo going to find a pick early on to Tom Toast there. Utopian going to go ahead and take out Shattered Sniper, but Shattered Sniper going to take one out on Jog before that one happens. 2v2 now, but Utopian going to go down there to Decod. Now a 1v2 situation. Jog, if he somehow clutches this, he's the go. We see Meowfum trying to make that pick happen with Chuck. Not going to find it there. Jog finds one. Jog finds two onto Momo. The Boundless going huge, Cody.
There's no way. How does Jog, the man with the plan, somehow come out of this on top and alive? What a play. Momo, D-Quad so low. Jog incredibly low. The gas doing damage, but it's just not enough. This guy's beaming. This guy doesn't need aim labs.
That was crazy. Also, it was very close for Momo to actually get that kill with Chuck, which, as a reminder, chat, if you're just tuning in this evening, the bounty tonight, just like last week where we had the shockwave kills that Aquavex claimed, the bounty this evening is a Chuck kill. So if you get a kill with the healing emitter, you will earn yourself a $5 multi-buck code. So you, the viewer, if you want a chance at earning that, make sure you're jumping into the Pugs queue to get on stream so that you have a chance to win. But gonna go ahead and start over here as the Boundless just opened the vault, Cody. They're very far away from Cash Out B, which they are in round 2. Look at this. Momo's already dropping Chuck. He's ready to get sturdy with it. He has no fear. Not even gonna bother getting people low. This guy jogging his sights. Look at this. Look at this. The timing's perfect. No, he doesn't actually see him. Unfortunately, Jog makes it around the corner, Cody.
Yeah, man, really looking for this $5 multi-buck code. I assume he's holding the Chuck in his hand. He's holding it close. He's keeping it close. Now, Boundless starting to move the vault over to Cash Box. E and D-Quad going in with the gateway. Pretty great throw here. He's now on the other side of the Boundless. He's able to keep him at bay. Jumping in with Mobo, though, taking a lot of damage. Has that Chuck, but just not enough. Utopian with that F-car as well. Doing some great damage. D-Quad getting a pick onto Jog. It is a 2v2. D-Quad a little low, but looks like they were able to get Jog up. Utopian using those paddles to get his team up and healthy. The live wire is still down 1. They need to try to get their get back. Paddles now coming in Shatter Sniper trying to do something, but it's just not enough. Tom Toast with the sword getting a great pick. Momo almost res in the worst spot possible. Tom Toast getting not one, but two. And now just D-Quad holding it out here for the live wires. It is a 1v2. The damage coming in with that XP 54. Utopian trying to stay alive. D-Quad doing a great job of just kind of hitting the pad, making sure to, you know, kite around as much as possible. It looks like someone's in hot pursuit of him as well. They want to try to get the live wires out here because coin timer is going to come up real soon.
Yeah, this is a very close fight. Somehow a full reset out of the Boundless here with Dakad trying to even the odds. Gonna actually make that one go through as he finds the pick on Utopian, but Momo gonna get back into the arena now, making it 3v2 again. Vault getting punted across the map here, and now Momo dropping that healing emitter, trying to find a shot with this BFR onto Jog to bring him low enough maybe for this Chuck kill. That one not gonna connect though, as now the entire live wires are sicked onto Jog, and down he goes, Cody.
Yeah, what a play watching that back. The barricade coming in, looking to get some shots with the BFR Titan, taking out that wonderful Chuck, looking for something, anything, the Dome Shield, trying to keep him alive and healthy. Jog really wants to pick, but he doesn't see the rest of the team coming in to take him out, and the live wires winning that one.
Yeah, big plays there out of the live wires as now they're going to go ahead and get this plug. Cody, first plug of the game, by the way. We've had 2 entire team fights plus one that was really drawn out, and we're just now getting our first plug of the match.
Yeah, it is kind of insane. I mean, I saw earlier D-Quad just literally throw the cash box across the map, which I've been there. Let me tell you, it is a strategy, but definitely adds on to the timer. Now the winch coming in from Mobo with the melee to take him down. He's just trying to stay alive here. It looked like he was taking a lot more damage, but I'm looking at the health bar, and it's barely any. Now taking down Jog, too. He's executing people left and right with this BFR, and the Chuck coming in, trying to get that pig, but everything blocks it, and somehow they break it. How did Utopia do that? I feel like that box had an insane hitbox, and the melee finally coming in, but even then, D-Quad getting that final kill to take the balance out of this one.
I tried to clip it just at the right time to see all the close attempts there, but unfortunately, yeah, not going to connect, and it's going to be Dakad taking out Utopian there for another wipe onto the Boundless in favor of the live wires, Cody. Half of the cash out timer currently dwindling away, and real quick, shout out Navy Street on the cameras this evening. Look at this nice cinematic shot he's got going on the roller there.
Frame
we
that.
love it. Once again, if you're interested in observing, the scene needs more observers, and Pugs is your training ground. So if you've never done it before, like Navy Street this week or Utopian even last week, please let us get you trained up so that you can join the rest of the finals community and help grow the scene even more as things are starting to ramp up. But Cody, Boundless making their approach onto the live wires.
Yeah, speaking of things winding up, the Boundless are certainly in hot pursuit of the live wires. They do want to try to steal this box, and now they're still starting to come in, but it looks like it got interrupted maybe by choice. Jog, I think, kind of just trying to bait them out here. Momo coming in hot with the dome. Now, still starting to come in, but Jog taking a ton of damage. The winch somehow misses, and Tom Toast with that sword is giving Momo a run for his money, and the Chuck almost there. Oh my gosh, someone trying to get it, but no, unfortunately, the gas taking him out in Utopian. I've never seen that skull. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that accounts for.
That was the barrel taking him out. That's what the skull is. It was not Chuck actually getting the kill. So that is not playing yet.
So close, but Utopian trying to stay alive here. The live wires have now won this fight essentially, and also won this box. So if I'm Utopian, I feel like I just wipe here, but no, he wants to stay in for the long run, getting Jog up, taking the pad out, and still kind of leaving Jog out to dry here. He's going to take a ton of damage, and yeah, Shatter Sniper taking out Jog here. Utopian kind of just prolonging the inevitable. I feel like he should have just wiped a long time ago. I think he realized he couldn't get out, and Shatter Sniper taking him out finally. And the Boundless now have to wait to respawn. If they're lucky, they'll respawn close to 2.
Yeah, Cody, the Boundless looked really hot at the beginning of this game. I mean, Jog got the first wipe onto the live wires after coming in clutch from the defib out of Utopian, but it seems like since then they've kind of been on the back foot quite a bit in the rest of these fights. Is there anything kind of sticking out for you that maybe they can focus on, maybe taking, you know, Momo out of the picture, who's on the heavy to kind of even the odds, or what are you kind of thinking?
I actually think they're a little too focused on Momo currently. I think they really need to pick D-Quad. I feel like he really just gets around very quickly, doing a lot of damage. Same with Shattered Sniper, right? I mean, I don't know. That's kind of my thing. The light is kind of the most annoying thing currently. They have a lot of util. They have that H+. They can get your heavy back up to full. And I know D-Quad's running everything you need to succeed. So that's who I would be focusing on, honestly.
Yeah, totally agree with you. And Livewires, Cody, now have the plug on to cash out A. Curious to see what their setup is looking like. Meanwhile, the Boundless going to go ahead and start making their approach here, trying to open up the roof a little bit with that red barrel jog. Going for a little bit of a play underneath. Going to go ahead and pad up here. He's going to take an aggressive chow against Shattered Sniper. That one going to be punished, unfortunately. He's going to go down Tom Toast, getting taken out as well as the steal attempt started to try to go through there. But Utopian going to be forced to back off of that one. Tries to find Dakad and ultimately not going to find it there, Cody.
Man, what an unfortunate position. I feel like Jog maybe had the right idea, but he needed to have more people with him, and kind of jumped right into Shattered Sniper's sights, and so did Digquad, right? Getting that pick on the Tom Toast, and immediately just kind of setting the Boundless up for failure. Utopian finally getting picked again as well, and now they're going to be on respawn timer again, and unfortunately it's more time wasted, more time given to the Livewires, so it's going to be a little bit easier for them in this situation. The question is, I know that Momo is going for that Chuck kill. I know he wants it so very desperately. I'm curious to see if he's going to get it, Sam.
Yeah, cash out timer dwindling away. I feel like that's a constant saying I have at this point, but it's almost 3/4 of the way done. Time is running out now if you're the Boundless steal attempt. Starting to come in out of Jog. Does this one actually hold on? Cody, no. He backs off of it. I'm not really sure why. I'm going to be honest. I thought he kind of had that one, but Tom Toast putting in a ton of damage. Going to find one onto Shatter Sniper Dakad. Also in critical HP. 2.5 bars remaining, but Tom Toast also in critical. Momo trying to find that pick with Chuck. Finds one hit onto Jog, but it's not going to be a lot of damage just yet. Gonna find the follow-up there as Dakad's gonna clean that one up. Now a 2v2 there. Momo gonna continue to rein in. Chuck unfortunately breaking again. Utopian getting out of there as Tom Toast is gonna clean up Momo. Now a 2v1. No time remaining on this cash out, Cody, as the last steal attempt comes through. Utopian Jog not gonna make that one happen.
And what a great play from the Livewires, just always being exactly where they need to be to interrupt the steal and stay alive for the last moment. I don't think anyone else should have won that, Sam. I'm curious to see the leaderboard, though.
Yeah, this leaderboard's probably going to be all over the case, but we saw Momo put in game chat right there at the end that they were looking for the 5, and they had a lot of very close chances that unfortunately just did not work out. Chuck actually winded up breaking more often than not, so it's interesting to see these teams kind of defending against being clipped in that regard. But it looks like a cash out queue might be also forming. Let's go ahead and take a look at the scoreboard, Cody.
Oh my gosh, Digquad getting 10 eliminations. I mean, the Livewires in general just kind of being an insane dominant force here. The Boundless, I think, really struggling to find a footing there. Jog getting a lot of damage, though, nonetheless. I mean, really just not too far from Momo there. Really putting in the damage. I think just overall that team really struggled to find their footing. I mean, granted it's double medium and you have the sword, so it's probably hard to get everything calculated, but I'm looking at the queue and things are looking hot.
Yeah, things are looking hot. We've already got a cash out now underway. Meowfo just put in chat, sad no 5 heal ball is too hard. I agree, it is close, but you were close. There was a lot of really close opportunities. In fact, your teammates even almost found one there, and there was a barrel kill that we thought might have been it, but unfortunately was not, but that's okay. Still plenty of games to go for the rest of the evening. So chat, as a reminder, you can earn $5 in multi-bucks if you're the first person this evening to get a kill with the healing emitter. As a reminder, the healing emitter does something like 40 to 50 damage per impact. So make sure you're playing smart to make that one actually go through. And Cody, we've got a cash out on our hands. Hopefully Navy Street is ready as the pace of play about to change up even more. Shatter Sniper saying, I think I had the EU desync, made it miss. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's a tough one to hit. But Cody, what are we looking for coming into this one?
A Chuck kill. You got to put it on. If I don't see 12 heavies, then we don't see nothing. I'm going to force Navy Street to not watch the game. Everyone needs to be on heavy. I'm calling it now. I'm call to actioning. Everyone, you must get on heavy with Chuck. I want to see 12 Chucks.
Yeah.
And you know what? Just to make it crazy, let's go to Nozomi too.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. I don't know if we have our map yet. It actually looks potentially, but oh wait, we're waiting on, I think, somebody to actually join up for check-in. So it's just gonna be another moment here before we find out our map and everything. But yeah, I mean, obviously the elusive Chuck kill still on the board.
Oh, I got a big stretch.
Yeah. Apologies real quick. I'm looking over on the side at something. Take it away real fast for me.
I will take it away. I'll take everything away. By the way, did you know the spot on Nozomi where there's the slide is called the bathhouse?
Is that what it's called?
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then what was the other thing we saw? It was called the Sharing Collective or something weird.
Where was this?
Something connecting. The connection.
Is that where the rift weird. Is or whatever?
No, it's literally the I don't know what's going on over there, man. Nozomi's weird. They got a bathhouse with a slide.
That's certainly
it's a bathhouse.
I'm looking at the lobby real quick. There is definitely one person still, actually 2 people still missing. So waiting on that one to come through. Cody, there's a lot of things happening in the Final Esports. In fact, we actually released an article today talking about everything last week and what's coming up this week, including you and I going to be on the casting desk for Ape Squad Classics on Thursday now.
The duo is back. We're getting on the scene.
Somebody said in chat, real quick. Somebody said in chat that you sound like Swagger Souls. That's a crazy take.
I think that's a compliment. I don't know.
Yeah, that is.
I think that's a compliment.
Potentially a compliment. But yes, sorry. You and I are on the casting desk for Ape Squad Classics from North America on Thursday, which is very, very exciting. So
I'm going to turn on my light. Keep going.
So keep your eyes out to see us, and also just to keep up with all of the top teams in the Americas region battling it out, including Meowthum, who we just saw in a pug just earlier. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. You're obviously making a return. You casted last week as well. This is my first time casting classics, so that's cool. Also, Wednesday, I think, is FCL again. I think Utopian's actually observing for that as well.
That is super sick. I love to see my boys grow.
Yeah. So shout out Utopian helping the scene grow as well. FCL having their second play day tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you head over there to check that out. And then Saturday is Heist Games qualifier for number 4. Not sure if we'll be on the casting desk just yet, but what is up, Llama? Thank you for the raid of 24. Welcome in, chat. You are tuning in to TFC Pug Night. We were just talking about all of the amazing Finals Esports things that are going on, including Llama.
Well, speaking of amazing things, not to interrupt you real quick, but if you guys join into Pugs right now, you could win $5 in multi-bucks if you get a kill with Chuck. So just saying, if you do !Discord, or you can go over to our website, tfcgg.com/ what is it, Sam?
Discord.
Oh, just Discord. Okay, cool.
Just
I thought it was something
easy.
fancy. All right, it's just that. It's literally just that. But anyways, thank you, Llama. I appreciate you. I'm excited to watch the GOAT himself.
Yeah, speaking of tfcgg.com, that is our new website where we're trying to keep everybody up to date with what's happening in Finals Esports and around the game, as well as a calendar with all the events happening. But we just released an article actually yesterday or this morning of talking about everything that happened last week and this coming week. And one of the things is actually a VOD link from a match that Llama actually played in from Heist Games on Saturday. It was one of the craziest matches that I've ever had the pleasure of casting, alongside the amazing RDIRL, of course, as well. I blacked out for like the back half of it because I was yelling so hard. Like, it was genuinely insane. And so I highly recommend, if you haven't seen that, head to our website, look for that article, go watch that game alone. It was genuinely insane. And Cody, teams have finally been moved into their voice channels, so I think the queue is just about ready here. I've seen on the side the lobby is being made. We've got some notable names in this lobby, including obviously the dojo, but they are split up amongst 3 teams.
Stolen. Too nice.
Yep. Too nice to put them all in the same. And we are going back to Bernal. I've seen a lot of Bernal tonight. It just looks like the map pool is loving
why can't we get in the Zomi 12 heavies? Why? Why not? I mean, that's fine. We can all go to. We can go to the church. Just everyone pull up at the church. 12 chucks. That's all you run. Chucks only.
Yeah, everybody pull up to
I'm just saying, I feel like this brings up a point, right? Imagine if there was actual modifiers you could do in the private matches, because you could set up like throwing speed to be really high, like the gravity really high, so you can like send it like a bullet. and then you can make melee damage really high, and that could be a fun little game mode. It's just like dodgeball.
Yeah.
You have to dodge the chuck. It'd be good. I think it'd be a fun time. Speaking of fun times, I just want to get into the game already. I'm antsy.
I
I'm shaking in
know.
my seat.
We're waiting on 2 lollygaggers. We got 2 remaining still to join the lobby. I did put in my vote for Nozomi, just for you, Cody. Switch up the map. So we will get into a match here very, very soon. Once again, shout out to our amazing community who runs these lobbies for us in the evenings as well. Cash out, obviously, very hard to navigate when you got people in Discord that have different names than their Embark ID.
Yeah,
so,
very, very fun to do, but it is a-okay. So the question is, Sam, I asked Young this, right? But you say you're playing in TFC Pugs tonight, and you want to win that $5 multi-buck code. What are you pulling out to try to get that chuck kill? I personally said, I know it's risky, but the gas and the pyro, I mean, it'll get people low, keep them low, right? I don't know.
I think the Alpham had the right idea, actually. I think he did exactly probably what I would try to do, and that's run BFR or something with like high damage output. You could run SA12 as well or something. But the idea is getting them low. I mean, if you have winch as well with the ball next to you, you can winch them in, you can hit them in the body, and then just follow up immediately with chuck on like a white, and you might actually secure it. Young and I did a video a while ago finishing up our achievements in the finals, and we had to get a flower pot kill, and it was very much the same way. The difference, though, is that me and him were collaborating while we were on the same team. I feel like in this, you're always competing against your teammates because if multiple people are trying to claim the bounty, you don't really necessarily want to work together too much, or else somebody could claim the $5 multi-book code, because we only got only one to give out this evening. So you got to be the first to get it.
Some people like to work together here in TFC Pugs towards a greater cause, so who knows? You might have someone that's willing to help you out, But nonetheless, I'm hoping that this match is going to start up soon, because like I said, Sam, I'm angsty, man. I gotta get some matches under my belt. I don't know what to do anymore. I have all this energy because I've been chugging this coffee, and I have nowhere to exert it. So if it doesn't happen soon, I'm going to start banging my desk like a troglodyte. So I swear to God, if we don't get in this match very soon, you will see the terror that I can exert.
Fair enough. And also, real quick, sorry to interrupt you. Welcome in Mama Gerbil, by the way. My goats.
Hi, Mama
Argo.
Gerbil. You didn't hear all that, did you? I promise this is a nice place here.
Yeah, once again, shout out Navy Street on the camera tonight in the arena. This is his first time observing, and this is going to be his first cash out. So this is going to be a good one, man. I hope you're ready to get the triggers going, because I know you're on roller. It's going to be a fun one. But, Cody, once again, chuck the healing emitter kill on the board as a bounty for $5 multi-buck code. First one to get it in the kill feed. We got to keep our eyes on that kill feed the entire match. But yeah, Casper, thank you. Yes, it is a cave person. But yeah, everybody is now loading in. Take it away,
that's what I call my office, is the cave. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. Some call it a den. The lion doesn't concern himself with names. Anyways, speaking of the lion, I see that bulk of a man dressed in a costume of a sea monster. Haven't seen him in a while. Hope he's doing okay. But now jumping in with D-Quad, the XP54, the iconic. I'm looking at the loadouts here, Sam, and I don't see too many heavies. So I swear, these heavies better be running Chuck. Nope. Nope.
I gotta respect it, okay? I will say, they're not worried about shilling. They don't worry about the money here. Instead, they're worrying about winning. Obviously, the Dojo Foul boys rocking the sledge and such. And we're going to start here with the Kingfish battling it out against the live wires here, as the Kingfish are already down Shattered Sniper. Wade Fauster going to use that sledgehammer to go ahead and get that res. Wade Foul, though, going to take out Decod there. Is just Wade Fauster now on the side of the Kingfish, but he's going to go ahead and get the hand res on the Shattered Sniper to at least try to equalize things. Unfortunately, Decod's body not really in a safe place for a res. The vault has been popped here, as the live wires are going to go ahead and look to rotate this out to cash out B. Wade Fauster going to go ahead and recover the body now of Decod and look for the res. Meanwhile, Shattered Sniper trying to rein in with this KS-23, but taking a lot of damage in return without dealing some out there. Gonna make it out with their life there, Cody.
Definitely a tough position to be in. The KS-23 really good here, though, because all the layers that come with Musomi exactly what we need. Speaking of things coming in, way faster with that winch, getting a great pick. Shattered Sniper cleaning it up onto Aquavex. Now throwing the dome in. The lock bolt coming in as well. The right click from the sledge. Taking down 1, taking down 2, taking down 3. And down go the live wires. Oh my gosh, what an explosive fight watching it back. That first right click getting interrupted by the winch, but Aquavex coming in and dying almost immediately. Shattered Sniper and the lock bolt, the gas, everything, the perfect combination to take the live wires out, and almost a beautiful masterpiece.
Yeah, the Kingfish starting to make an approach on the cash out A, which has now been flipped by the Boundless. So Kingfish not going to have much time to breathe as they're already going to be in a retake attempt. Jog taking a bunch of damage down to 1 bar currently, but I think it's going to make it out with a little bit of regen here unless somebody drops onto them. Meanwhile, Shattered Sniper momentum getting stopped by Chuck, unfortunately, there. We do see also the Chuck coming out of I Like Men as well. People are definitely running it, Cody. They want to line their multi-buck wallet with some extra coin potentially here on TFC Tuesday Night Pugs, and way faster looking for the steal attempt now. It's starting to go through here. Takad also providing support here off the side angle. We saw Jog go ahead and drop on there. I don't know if he's actually going to disrupt it. He's not, Cody. That box going back into the hands of the Kingfish.
Wow, what a play. I mean, breaking this hole open in the wall. I mean, I'm surprised that the Boundless weren't prepared. Speaking of not being prepared, Shattered Sniper coming in with the KS-23 and doing everything he can to try to stay alive. But unfortunately, the Boundless turning it around against him. Way faster coming in with the lock bolt, holding the Boundless down, maybe trying to go for the manual res here. It looks like he is, but he's detected that sonar nade. He needs to be careful because those 50 gal dualies are coming in hot. And speaking of things coming in hot, the winch on a Jog, way faster getting that swipe and taking him down, using the barricades to block the door and make sure to keep control of this box. Doing a great job. D-Quad jumping in with him, jumping back to way faster. We're going back and forth every which direction. This is chaos at its finest, Sam. And now way faster trying to look for something. I think he might have like a schizophrenic premonition. I don't know what's going on there, but me too, man.
Yeah, well, cash out going in favor of the Kingfish to start us off here. That's going to be the first one claimed there as Way Faster continues to rein into I Like Men. It is just Utopian now on the balance. He's going to try to get the body of I Like Men and maybe make it out here. He is running Cloak and Dagger, his signature special, and it does look like, at least for now, he's made it away. Way Faster spotted 1 trophy there. They might try to protect this. Utopian hasn't rezzed up I Like Men just yet, and Cody, the Kingfish is going to decide to go ahead and back off of this one. Meanwhile, on the other side of the arena, real quick, the Socialites, a name that I have not heard in a very long time in this game, or at least in Pugs, claiming the other cash out.
Yeah, that's totally understandable. Connect, dropping the gateway down to start moving this over to Cashbox C. But if you look over in the little, kind of sliver of your screen, you can see that the Kingfish also not too far away here. I'm curious to see if we're going to battle for this position. I think both gates are down. I see them starting to push up. It looks like D-Quad looking to throw that gateway. And if I were the Socialites here, which I haven't seen that name in a while, am I tripping? Are they always the Socialites?
That's what I was saying. I haven't seen that in a long time. Normally it's
okay.
Livewires, Kingfish, Big Splash, and Boundless.
Yeah, those are the Big Splash. Well, whatever. No worries. They're starting to move 4 over. I think this is the right choice. It's kind of what I was talking about. Is they should just go over the D. It's not really worth the effort. They need to be careful, though, because the damage starting to come in on a Fate Changer. Kinetic doing a good job at moving the vault over. And over on the side of Livewires, it looks like they're getting in deep against the Kingfish and the Boundless. The steal coming in from Jog. Question is it going to get interrupted? I'm not too sure. Doesn't look like it's going to. And somehow, some way, the Boundless taking control of this box. But everyone needs to kind of peel their eyes over to the Socialites because they have the prio here, right? Jog trying to stay alive, using the F-Guard, anything in his availability, throwing down the goo to block off the angle. And now trying to regroup with his team. But I said it once and I'll say it again, Sam. Socialites, we need to look at them. This doesn't even matter here. This box is kind of not that important unless we're scared of them.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. I cannot believe, by the way, that Jog made it out of there with his head as Wei Fao was absolutely swinging with that sword. Steal attempt now, Cody, coming in on the side of Wei Faustus. That one going to get interrupted. Sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Wei Faustus going to take out Utopian there. Kinetic going down as well to Wei Fao. It is pretty much everybody involved over here. Steal attempt now coming back through again. I Like Men doing a good job using this pad to somehow stall this box out along with that Emerald Goo Gun in their hands. The Chuck does connect. Unfortunately, not going to get a kill there as I Like Men down pretty much at full health. Yeah, Chuck's not going to take you from full to zero when you're on the heavy class.
The heavy class, right? Those dualies that I Like Men is running, that guy's kind of crazy on him. Unfortunately, Utopian not able to stay alive. Was able to get a decent pick onto one of the socialites. I think he got completely reversed, though. The steal coming in from Marco. The live wires, everyone needs to take a look at them, and looks like they were able to get it. Doesn't give them a ton of money here, I will say.
Yeah, interesting one here. Fate Changer finding one there. The gas grenade out of Marco going big. Gonna find two onto the socialites there. Kinetic, last one alive. We know what they can make happen with that M11. They're starting to ring back in onto Marco, who tried to let them out with their lives. Kinetic not trying to get out without taking one with him. Gonna continue to start to fight this out as the live wires and the Boundless are now doing it out. We see the Chuck kill not gonna come through. Unfortunately, Kinetic gonna interrupt that one as the ball was just passing through the body of what it looked like Marco. Unfortunately, Jog getting robbed yet again of $5 multi-bucks.
And that is unfortunate. Jumping in with Kinetic, trying to get that pick onto Aquavex, doing a good job. And wait just 1 second. Did I just see something in the top right of my screen, Sam?
Was it there? Did I miss it? Don't tell me I missed it. Did I miss it?
Oh, you missed it. Yeah, I Like Men got
Oh, no.
The Chuck.
I'm so sorry. Who claimed it?
I Like Men.
Okay, I Like Men going crazy. They're looking for it, and I did clip it. Thank you, chat, for keeping me on board. It's the 1 second I looked away to check a tech problem real fast. And but congratulations to I Like Men for claiming our $5 multi-buck bounty of the night. You will be DM'd your code here shortly, but let's get back into the action as there's plenty of cash out still to play, Cody.
Yeah, definitely a pretty crazy play from I Like Men. And now jumping in with Kinetic, just got a good pick there. The socialites doing a good job, but they need to be careful of the Kingfish because they have quite a lot of money, and they also are now in control of a box as well. Seems like everyone was starting to focus on the socialites, and now no one's focusing on the Kingfish.
Yeah, nobody focusing on the Kingfish, who are making their way to victory here. Cash out's already well underway and being opened by the Kingfish, but we do see the Boundless there protecting vault number 6, which is now in the hands of Jog. Cody, this is an interesting situation because, as you know, at TFC Pug Night, in order to book a win in cash out, you actually have to come in first. You cannot come in second. It doesn't get you anything. So about 50 seconds-ish remaining on this cash out timer. Not a lot of time to play with. And steal attempt coming in now out of the socialites. Kingfish doing a good job of going in and dropping that one. Is going to disrupt it there. Meanwhile, the Boundless and the socialites going to be getting involved up above. Utopian going to go down the Kinetic there as cash out timer continuing to dwindle away again. I Like Men not going to find the plug. Now he does, starting double jeopardy. I mean, they do need this. Unfortunately, they're going down as well, Cody.
It's getting Fate Changer and Kinetic picked. It's just Wayfaust is holding it out for this team. And there's not a lot of time left, especially being doubled. The steal could be pretty lucrative here. Aquavex throwing down the double barricade, but they need to look about the things above. Wayfaust is trying to get in sturdy, trying to stay alive, and really just interrupting what's going on. We do need to go for the steal really soon. 10 seconds left on the clock. You need 6 to get that steal through. Now already 6 seconds. It looks like no one has started the steal, and I think the Kingfish are going to take it and make it home with this one.
The Kingfish going home rich. 74-5 to their
Chuck
pocket.
Versus Chud World.
That is crazy. Yeah, what a blowout of game. Our first cash out of the night, and we get the Chuck kill. What a surprise. Turns out the chaos of cash out on Nozomi. It's just enough to make that happen.
Yeah, apparently. Well, I do want to take a look at the leaderboard because I know some people were popping off quite crazily. And looking at the scorecards, though, man, it's a pretty high combat score.
Apologies real quick. We're going to wait for this one to load on up. I'm also looking to see if we've got another lobby ready to go. We got 9 out of 12 here. We're going to throw it to a quick break right after this. Just real fast while we wait for the lobby to form. But taking a look at the scoreboard there. Kinetic continuing to do what Kinetic does. 11-4 with that M11. They never cease to be consistent, I feel like, Cody.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. And I mean, dude, 11 eliminations, almost 7K combat score. I mean, that's kind of crazy to see. The rest of the players pretty healthy as well. I mean, 5 eliminations from Dip Quad. Wait, Faustra getting 5 as well. Shadow Sniper, I think, doing his job nonetheless. Having a lot of OBJ. Man, what a cash out match. I can't believe I Like Men got that. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was very interesting. And shout out Gogo, Gusto, and Casper for making sure that I actually saw that there. But yeah, I think people should have signature cosmetics they wear. You're so right. Cody, I'm going to throw this to a super fast break while the lobby gets formed. I'll make sure we get the lobby code. It looks like it's going to be the same one, Navy. So we'll just stick in here, and we'll be back in just a moment. Chat, do not go anywhere. If you want to join in on the action, ! Discord in chat to get in on the matches. Okay, we'll be right back in just a moment.
are back and we are healthy with some more cash out games potentially. And I'm looking at the queue. I do see Cortisol. Haven't seen him in a while. And I do see all the Dojo of Foul Boys. So I think we have a pretty interesting match coming up. I do see Jog still in there. I do love that guy. It just hurts me deeply, Sam, that he's not running the CB01 anymore. Well, what's going on?
He's on FCAR, which I can't blame him. You know, he did get a buff in Season 10. Now, Cody, I don't know if you remember, but in Season 9, FCAR got a fire rate reduction, but got a damage boost, and it actually wound up a net negative for the FCAR, which a lot of people were confused about.
I do remember the RPM. Guys, it made it better. It made it better, guys. It does more DPS, apparently.
Right. So it doesn't do more DPS, it just does more damage per bullet, which didn't make much sense. But Cody, in Season 10, we've reverted that fire rate, but we did revert the damage. So actually, it is now a buff. So FCAR is actually pretty solid on the medium class. Now, one thing, Cody, I don't know if you caught much of Heist games, but obviously we caught a bit of Ape Squad, is I think the meta for cash out, which obviously we go pretty off script when it comes to the meta here for TFC Pug Night. But it's double L's, double LH, 2 lights, 1 heavy. It seems to be extremely dominant. It absolutely dominated at Heist games this past weekend, to the fact that me and Artie were like, it is a bit insane. The statistic, I don't know how many maps were actually won with that comp, but it was pretty substantial. So yeah, I'm curious to see if we see more of that and that continues to be the case. But Cody, we're going to a place that you and I love, and that's Las Vegas, baby. We've always talked about, you know, where...
Again.
Yeah. You know, I asked Artie on High Games this past week as we played on Las Vegas. I said, what numbers are you putting on the table? And he said, I haven't played roulette, but, you know, put it all in
we'll
red.
change that, buddy boy. Don't worry. We'll break that real soon as long as he stays friends with us. That's kind of, you could say, a con to our friendship, but I personally think there's a lot to gain. You know,
I mean,
there's only games here.
We're up, so you know.
I stay up, and I'm sitting up watching this match because I'm excited to see what happens. Speaking of, we're jumping in with Kinetic, who I think we can both agree, Sam, have been really, really hot today on TFC Tuesday Night Pugs.
They've been hot just for the past 2 or 3 weeks at this point. I mean, I think we saw them the week before April Fool's Day, and that was the first time we had seen them in Pugs, and they fried, and it's just been the case since. And they are getting absolutely swiped at here. Unfortunately, Cortisol going to go down early there on the Socialites. Fate Changer finding 2 with that Lewis gun. It's just way foul now on the side of the Socialites. Fate Changer putting on tons of util to protect those trophies. Is way foul. Gonna have to figure out what to do there, and Fate Changer getting a 3K, Cody.
Yeah, already popping off. I mean, this guy with the Lewis gun, if only Young was here, he might have shed a tear there. Kinetic starting to move the vault over to Cash Box A, and I don't think anyone is here to stop them from doing it. Definitely an interesting position here. We don't have a winch. I feel like if I'm the heavy here, I want to get it out of that corner. Am I crazy?
Yeah, you're not wrong. I will say this actually, though, they are on the goo gun of Fate Changers, so actually this might be the better place to have it. But look at this, Cody. I think the Kingfish may be looking for a double here.
Already so soon, please. They're just kids.
Well, it is the team that Utopian is on, so I don't know whose idea it is on that team, if it's Utopian or if it's Way Faustus, but looks like it was starting to come in, has not actually connected just yet.
Now, shout out to my homie Lewis. That guy goes crazy. Fortunately, Jog taking him out back, putting him down old Yeller style. Now just Marco holding it down here for the Boundless. And oh my, right click onto Cortisol, taking out the Socialites entirely. And now the Steel starting to come in onto the Kingfish. The Shockwave interrupting the live wires. Not wanting that to happen. The Dome coming in as well. Utopian looking to get some sort of backstab. He's itching for something. And now the Steel coming in again. The Kingfish continuing to just apply this pressure. Utopian aura farming against Jog, trying to do something, but the interrupt still comes in. The Kingfish still unable to make much happen as they continue to rein in the chaos. And speaking of reining in something, that right click with the sledgehammer, finally taking down Aquabex. Utopian with the dagger, doing exactly what he needs to do. Hand-resing up Way Fauster. Kingfish continuing to just rein in picks. Utopian getting that backstab onto Marco the Boundless. Only have 2 left. The live wires out of the conversation. It's the Socialites versus the Kingfish. The Steel coming in. The rubble protecting him perfectly. Sword v dagger. Utopian wins. Unfortunately, Wayfowl taking down Utopian, but they get the steal, and this is exactly what they need to succeed. The Kingfish still alive, still ready, still healthy.
Yeah, this is insanity though. The Kingfish went for the steal about 3 different times, did not wipe and managed to actually flip this one around. They were the team to also double it. Fate Changer, unfortunately, not going to get the steal there. As Wade Fauster's going to clean them up. It's just Kinetic now on this side of the Boundless, who I believe popped an early coin and is not even nearby to help this one out, Cody. Cash Out A headed over to the Kingfish, who are now sitting, I guess, Cash Out A and B, or at least the first 2 vaults being deposited to the bank accounts of the Kingfish. Also, real quick, shout out OF_Geo for the Prime sub. They've been sub for 8 months. Welcome back, fella, over on TFC Sam. Once again, if you hate the ads, check and see if you got a Prime available. It's free. Supports the channel, supports our prize pools for tournaments, and get you ad-free viewing. And that's enough shilling, Cody. Wade Faust is taking out Marco there. 2 left on the Boundless.
Yeah, I think you can chill a little bit longer seeing we are on Vegas, but it's fine. I'll let that one slide. Speaking of sliding, Utopian continued to just slide into his enemies with perfection, using some wonderful little movements there with his pencil. I think he wants to etch his name onto someone's back is what he's looking for. But Kinetic starting to move Vault 3 over to somewhere. And he jumped away from Utopian right as something was happening. I'm not too sure. He's taking some damage though. Going Invis, looking for something, looking for anything. I see the Socialites. They're moving with Vault 4. They're trying to get this plugged onto Box C. And Utopian wants a piece of the pie. He sees it. He throws the glitch, accidentally glitches himself. Been there, done that. The Gateway using a great job. The Socialites maneuvering around to get this plug. And it starts to go in. The winch coming in as well. Cortisol taking some damage here. Utopian so desperately wants this pick. Tom Toast getting picked though. Cortisol getting healed up to full. The triple lights are healthy, but not maybe enough. The steal starting to come in. The Gateway to get out. It's kind of everything you need, and it looks like they were able to get the steal. The Socialites do want their revenge though, Sam. I'm sure they're angry.
Yeah, Wade Fauster, by the way, almost hit the right click on their own cash out that they were stealing to cause Utopian not to actually get the steal there. That would have been insane. Meanwhile, other side of the arena, just to keep you updated while we wait for another fight to break out here, Jock finds one onto Marco. Fate Changer finding another one for the trade out. We are going to jump over now as Kinetic going to rain in some shots with that M11. We've seen what they can make happen. Can they continue to make the magic go, though? Fate Changer finding one onto Aquavex, who gets the trade out from the afterburn of that Cerberus. Jock finding the last pick onto Kinetic, and that is a wipe onto the Boundless.
Yeah, great plays from the Livewires. I think they continue to be involved in the fights. They are just struggling a little bit to keep control of the cash box, but they do have control now, and they're looking to do something interesting with the goo. I'm not too sure what the plan was. Maybe a vertical winch, something that Artie has coined, maybe. I might be wrong, but anyways, nonetheless, now jumping over the Socialites. Still down Tom Toast. Unfortunately, continues to get picked by the Kingfish. Cortisol looking for that right click. Able to get a little bit of poke damage. I don't know how that happened, but the winch comes in, and Wade Fauster is angry. The Nullifier taking him out the battle. He's priming that right click. This might be good here. Gets another hit coming in again. Another swing. Oh my god, the mind games. Cortisol, what are we seeing, man? He's counting cards on Vegas, and now he's looking for another right click, trying to take out Wade Faustus, but he needs to be careful because a sword versus a sledge is a little scary. The Gateway coming in, looking to get some more damage. Unfortunately, the cash box starting to count down, Sam. They need to make a steal quickly. I think they're going to start going for it, but they're triple light. They don't have a lot of means to succeed here. The goo, the winch coming in, interrupting, and I'm sure they're angry. The steal continue to come in. They're interrupting, but Utopian says no, sir, in the backstab. Coming in onto Cortisol and getting that box in their favor. The Kingfish looking incredibly good. Speaking of incredibly good, Wade Foul getting a couple picks, but it's just not enough. They're out of this world, Sam.
Yeah, this was just a crazy series of events with the double sword out of Wade Foul and Tom Toast. I mean, Cortisol just getting some insane little taps just here and there that was making the magic happen, but ultimately the Socialite's gonna get wiped out there by the Kingfish. But Cody, our standings are pretty interesting right now. Kingfish looking pretty, but still can lose here depending on how the Boundless play the rest of this match out, especially in the macro. Meanwhile, the other teams are going to be needing to look for a double. If anybody secures a double here, it is very possible for them to topple the Kingfish. They are not safe just yet.
Yeah, definitely, potentially, partially, premature maturely spoken. I think they have control of this one, and it's going to be a lot harder to upsure the Kingfish. I think they're the kings for the reason, and they're the fish, so you might be able to fry them, but I don't know, man. They're kind of looking pretty good up here. Aquavex looking to get some sort of steal, though. The question is, do you see Utopian? Oh, we can't show that on screen. Guys, not cool. The steal coming in, though. Looks like it's getting interrupted because the socialites are here as well, and so are the Boundless, because it's a double, and that's not great for any of these teams. But it is kind of great for, I guess, any of these teams. I don't know what I'm saying here. I'm going to continue, though. Jog looking to get some damage here with the F card. The barricade getting in the way. A little awkward there. Getting some damage though, onto the Kingfish. I don't know. He's just nice like that. What can I say? Ooh, the little winch. Ooh. I saw that one.
I don't know how Jog got through the vent there, but Jog's going to go ahead and rein in. Unfortunately, Marco's F-Car are going to rein in the damage, though, and take him out now. In Shattered Sniper and Aquavex looking for a steal attempt. This could be good for the live wires, but we do see Utopian cloaked right in front of them. Going to look to disrupt that one. Shattered Sniper did spot the cloak there. Utopian, though, going to go ahead and take them out. They're not long for this world now. It is just Aquavex now on the side of the live wires, Cody. Cash Out still in control of the Kingfish. This is best case scenario for them, as now they get to play stall game. Meanwhile, Cody, every single team is fighting it out except for the Kingfish.
Yeah, they haven't really noticed these guys just placing barricades up there. Way Foul, the only one left on the socialites. Man, speaking of things being left, there's not a lot of time left, and they need to focus on the Kingfish. They're just kind of hanging out. They're doing whatever they want. I think Way Foul realizes that. He's like, you know what, boys? I'll give it to you. Yeah, he's like, you know what? I respect it. I respect it. Surely the steal's gonna come in, though, and I'm absolutely right. Jog looking to get it. No one's interrupted it just yet. Nope, spoke too soon. Way Faust is getting the right click. Cortisol getting the pick on the Aquavex, and the live wires are out the mix. The steal coming in, but no, it gets interrupted just again. The Kingfish are 2 on top, Sam.
That was interesting. Yeah, Kingfish just continued to hold the lead for majority of this game. I do think, unfortunately, there was a bit of a macro problem from the other teams not realizing really the situation they were in and what was needing to be done in order to get the Kingfish off of that first place spot. You know, once they secured Cash Out 3, in addition to the first 2 double boxes, it just kind of ran away from there. And then they even got to control boxes 5 and 6 due to all the third partying on the other teams there at the end. So interesting one. I mean, not even a lot of kills really on the side of the Kingfish here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the scoreboard.
I don't know. I saw an 8 and a 9. That's pretty up there.
I guess you're right. That is pretty decent. Let's take a look.
Pretty decent. That's up there. I mean, Fate Changer with 10. I mean, he wasn't too far behind on the Boundless, but man, I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Utopian with 9 eliminations and Way Faustus with 8. Way Fauster, I think, was just hanging out. He's a real viber in this match, and that's okay. You know, sometimes you have to have the viber, you know?
Yeah, you got to have the vibes of the party, you know, involved in order to secure some cash outs. And yeah, this one going over to the Kingfish, Cody. You know, it's been a minute. Why don't we take a look real quick at the scoreboard? Because we haven't looked at it in quite a while.
You are so right, Sam.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up here and check this out. I don't even know if you've seen this. This is new. They've added a web UI for everything. So this is our current Cash Out Pugs leaderboard for this split. As a reminder, this will wipe at the end of April. So we've got Velo still in first place with 7 wins. Actually, let's go to the wins category. Let's make sure. Okay, there we go. Now we're actually correct. We've got Way Fauster actually in first with 8 wins. They've just toppled Velo Freeze. 44% win rate, though. I don't think we've seen Velo for the last couple weeks as well, so this is pretty interesting. Yeah, goodbye, Go Gusto. Thanks for tuning in over on YouTube. Much appreciated seeing you here this week. But yeah, this is the rest of the leaderboard. Any notable things you're seeing here, Cody?
Yeah, I think I'm seeing quite a few notable things. I just want to say I see some people with some pretty unfortunate, you know, look, I'm going to skip over that one because he's observing right now. But you're doing great, bud. Doing great. Oh, wait. No, I'm not going to say any of these. You guys are doing all great, okay? You guys are doing real good. You guys are doing real good. You just keep it up. Keep it up, guys. Yo, that Waltz guy sucks. 1 and 2, by the way. Terrible.
It's kind of, wait, this is kind of crazy how many people have played in Pugs. Like, 81? Since this split. This is since this split, Cody. 81 people really have participated in Pugs. That is crazy, actually. So yeah. Witty, I've got you with the link right now. I don't know if the bot's working over there, so give me 1 second. There you go. That's to join the Discord. So you can join the action by heading over to our Discord. That's tfcgg.com/Discord in order to join. Cody, I think we maybe have another queue that's already popped. Let me check real quick. We do. Let me see if there's a new lobby code. It does look like Utopian said that they are remaking. So give me 1 second and let's see what the status is of that real quick.
Oh man, I gotta get a stretch real quick.
Yeah, big stretch break.
Oh damn, I felt that in my bones.
And like the chest bone, like right here, that's always what pops for me when I stretch like that. And I get a little worried that I'm gonna die.
No, I just felt that deep in my bones. All
For
of
show.
them. Conglomerately, just all my bones.
Cody, we talked about this week. We've got a lot going on in the finals esports. We're back. Like I'm here to say, I've said it last week, but we're back. There's so much happening every single week at this point now. You got FCL on Wednesday. Again, you and I are on the casting desk for Ape Squad Classics on Thursday. Saturday is Heist Games, their final qualifier before, you know, their final championship.
Right.
What are you kind of looking forward to coming into this week? Obviously, I think Ape Squad Classics, you and I are going to be able to cast Envy for the first time. It's the first time we're seeing this roster. Any thoughts going into that?
Yeah, I think I have a lot of thoughts. I mean, overall, I'm just happy that the finals esports is kicking back up and getting into the swing of things. I think seeing these new rosters has been incredibly interesting. You know, I mean, speaking of someone, right, Meowthum, knowing that he's playing again is incredibly exciting to see. Some of the roster changes in general have been interesting. You know, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I feel like I need to look at it. I'm more of an on-paper sort of guy. But I know there's some teams out there that have like really, really surprised me in terms of actual roster, right? I did not expect certain people to play with certain people. It's interesting. That's what I'll say, to say the least.
No, you're totally right. And actually, let's go ahead and while we're waiting, because our observer needed to step away for just a second, let's go ahead and take a look at the article that we put out earlier today. Talk about everything that happened last week, but also this week, because there's a couple of different standings. The main ones we're going to look at, though, is actually Ape Squad here. So, Cody, over on NA, in case you're not, I know you casted it, but in case you're not up to speed, there's currently a tie for first place between this new Envy roster and the new Nightmare roster. Obviously, Lampagrad leaving SSG and picking up Laz over there. And Envy leaving Laz and picking up Not Bubba. This is very interesting.
I do want to say Auntie's Goo Boys has been a very exciting team to watch. I think we talked about it a little behind the scenes and even in front of the scenes, right? I mean, Akazo has a pretty close, you know, place in my heart. So does KD Killer. And I really have wanted them to succeed. And now that they're playing with Oppo, I feel like they finally can. So, are you okay?
Sorry, yeah. So I've learned a bug for OBS. It does not like if you run a display capture over your projector. It freaks out. And apparently I just did that, and I guess it caught a glimpse of itself and got scared.
I think I have some trauma after that. I might need to break that down with my therapist, but that's okay. No worries. I also don't have a therapist, so that might be a bigger problem. But that's okay, because we're getting into another match. So I'm just going to shove that deep in here until the match is over. And I'm looking at some of these teams, and definitely some interesting approaches. I do see Jog running it with the Way Foul Boys, and man, what a setup over there on the Boundless. I'm kind of excited. Jumping in, though, with Kinetic. Someone that just continues to be, I feel like, the MVP of these games, continuing to just be in the kill feed almost constantly. And it's not dying, it's doing the killing. And jumping in with I Like Men, running the dagger, a little poke that he's going to do to someone, anyone that gets in his way. The Boundless starting to open up this vault, and I think they're going to open up the fight real soon. I see Kinetic trying to get some sort of angle onto... Yep, I was right. The Live Wires. And Live Wires running double medium heavy. Definitely going to be an interesting approach here. I know Aquavex loves the Shockwave. Gateway coming in, starting to maneuver the box. Somehow, some way, the live wires have taken control of this vault, but I don't think that's going to be for very long. Utopian, I guess I spoke too soon. Casper getting picked, but hold on, they're getting the pick back. Kinetic getting a pick on Casper. I Like Men needs to get involved, looking for this stab, and it's just not enough to grapple. Missing entirely. Kinetic coming in deep, though, getting picked onto Wayfaster. It's just Casper, and man, he doesn't get one. I know he got that second one. I think he got 3 if I'm looking correctly. Holy.
Kinetic, yeah, finding the one onto Casper, finding one onto Aquanex, finding one onto Wavefauster, and then finding the refrag on the freshly defibbed Casper. This guy just, just continues to do it. That's just simply it. Keeps the, just keeps frying. By the way, anti-party, pause. What did I just join into? Either Cody yapping nonsense or TFC Tuesday Night Pugs, or both. Who's to say that they're not the same thing? But welcome in. Hope you enjoy the stream. This is, we run this every single Tuesday. We kind of chop it up here on the casting desk while our community plays some games. And if you want to get in on the action, tfcgg.com/discord to join the community. But if not, sit back, relax, enjoy the rest of the games. We got about 30 minutes left here on the broadcast as we stay on board with Kinetic, who has, Cody, just been absolutely consistent. Just week over week with this M11.
Yeah, continuing to just rain in damage and kills and everything on the board that is possible to get in the finals. Kinetic continues to just do it and surprise me. But speaking of doing things, Steel starting to come in, and unfortunately Utopian getting, I think, a backstab or something of the sort, because he was full health. Casper getting the pick onto Utopian, trades back and forth. Casper trying to stay alive. I Like Men and Kinetic, somehow, some way, Kinetic continues to pop off.
Is this another 3K out of Kinetic? I'm looking at the kill feed here. No, I Like Men finds one. Yeah, I Like Men finds one. Oh my god.
This guy. Oh my god.
This guy's frying. There's just no other word around it.
Yeah,
who is this guy?
Genuinely frying. The goat himself, Kinetic. Say his name. Say it once. Say it twice. But don't say it 3 times, because he might show up behind you.
Yeah,
it's like
I
Bloody
don't.
Mary. It's like Bloody Mary. Don't say it 3 times.
Fair enough. Yeah, so Cody, not much time left on this cash out here. Livewires might have an attempt, but they got to go quick and basically run past the triple lights of the Boundless if they're going to make a steal happen here. Kinetic has people in their sights, though. I Like Men getting sturdy. Unfortunately, going to get taken out by the sledgehammer of Wayfauster. Utopian and Kinetic, last 2 remaining on the side of the Balance. Just need to stall a little bit longer. Wayfauster continuing to go huge as well. Finds one on the Kinetic. Utopian finding one there. 1v2 now. Can Utopian clutch this one out? No. Casper finding the pick onto Utopian, Cody, and somehow, some way, as you've been saying, the live wires are getting this cash out.
Yeah, they got the steal at just the last second, and that's going to put them exactly where they need. Watching it back, Utopian doing a really good job at kiting, but it's just not enough. Getting the pick on the Wayfauster wasn't enough because there's 2 other fellows, and they were able to get the steal here, putting them pretty safely to stay, I think, in second place. But I want to take a look at the leaderboard and talk about the Big Splash, who now have popped this vault, and I think the Livewires want a piece of the pie that they're getting. They're hogging it all. It's not fair. They're the top 1%. Now, damage starting to come in. Kinetic really low. Casper doing a good job of getting those shots in, but just not good enough of a job. Kinetic somehow making it out some way that I continue to say. Casper now rotating around. I Like Men taking some damage as well, going through the hole in the wall, and somehow surviving as well. Continuing, a lot of people just taking damage, but not getting those picks that they so desperately need. But the Big Splash on the other side of the map have plugged in the box, and they are looking really, really good here. I don't know what happened. How have I been narrating this wrong? Weren't the Big Splash here, and they just left and took control of the other box?
So this was an interesting scenario, right? Both vaults spawned relatively near each other. The Boundless rotated over and started poking at the live wires, and the Big Splash who were poking at each other also for this vault. Meanwhile, the other vault popped open. The Boundless decided to abandon it for some reason and then came and got involved over here. And now the Kingfisher in the mix, Cody. It's quite literally everybody has been involved with Cash Out C at some point. And meanwhile, the Big Splash are securing the other Cash Out on the other side of the map.
be made. I'm looking at the leaderboard, and I will say the live wires aren't too far behind the Big Splash, but Aquavex throwing down that group had to rejoin his team. Maybe I'm wrong. Sometimes pink and lighter pink look a little the same. Casper getting a pick on a Cortisol. Cortisol getting a pick onto Aquavex. However, the defib coming in, getting the live wires back to being healthy. It's just Tom Toast holding it out for the Kingfish. The steal coming in from the Boundless, and it looks like it maybe got interrupted. Yeah, I am correct. Utopian and Kinetic, the last one's alive here on the Boundless. Looks like maybe they're getting a res. I was correct, and hold on, the backstab onto Tom Toast, taking the Kingfish out of the fight. It is now the Boundless and the live wires, but not looking too good for the Boundless. The winch coming in to manipulate the cash box 2 meters away.
This is
big change.
This is an interesting scenario still, right? Because you got Utopian here staring down at Wayfauster currently with the Cloak and Dagger, but Cody, the Kingfish should spawn over by Cash Out B, which is currently being held by the Big Splash. So I think the Big Splash have rotated back to defend their box finally. But there was a chance where that goes over to the Kingfish, and Utopian finding a nice backstab there onto Aquavex. Wayfauster finding the trade out on the I Like Men. It's now a 2v2 situation as... Again, there is actually time for this approach here. Utopian's going to go ahead and drop the smoke, try to close the distance here. I don't think he sees, I forget who that is over on the right. And Big Splash going to go ahead and secure their cash out on the other side of the map.
No, there's no time left. I think the Boundless had a chance. Utopian with the backstab taking down Casper. Wayfauster getting a pick on a Kinetic. There's just not enough time left. Utopian, I think, understands that, but he does want a cheeky little pick. He's staying still. He sees that Aquavex might be able to spot him out. Nah, he hits the emote. He almost got out through the gateway, though. That was pretty close. Aquavex taking him down, getting the Boundless out of the fight. Not a great spot here, right? If you're the Big Splash, if you're the live wires, you are incredibly healthy. You're up there on top. It's kind of cemented. I think these two teams on the bottom are going to look for any way to get that double, Sam. So I'd be very careful if you're these two top teams. You really don't want to fight each other. You want to cement the split, right? Turn it into a kill race. I mean, I guess you could go for the double, but I would much rather take the 1v1 there.
Yeah, this is interesting as well, Cody, because look at the top two teams. $500 off, actually. A plug could be a big difference maker here. Kingfish about to get absolutely jumped by Jog on the sledgehammer. Cody finds the second one on Tom Toast, and this box is going to be plugged by the Big Splash, who now have taken the lead at 35-5. It is just Marco now on the side of the Kingfish, who's going to find one on Aquavex, but Wayfaustus going to find the pick onto Marco to wipe them out, Cody. And the live wires continuing to stay in this mix.
Yeah, man, what a great heads-up play from the Big Splash. Hiding, just letting the Kingfish do all the hard work for you. Something that we talk about all the time. Why exert any energy? Just save it, especially when you're running the double heavy and you don't have as much movement. Yeah, I'm sure he has a gateway, but why use it for that? Use it for something else. Use it for getting out. Just hide and let him bring the box to you. Now, speaking of boxes being moved to them, I think 6 is in hot pursuit, and they want that double. Damage starting to ring in. Wayfaust is getting a pick on the Casper. The winch coming in, and the Shockwave trying to keep Aquavex alive, but it's just not enough because Wayfaustus is an unmovable force, unstoppable, unwavering. I Like Men continuing to try to get this plug, but it's just not enough. The Lockbolt coming in, and down goes Kinetic. Jog getting that click. The Big Splash continuing to make big plays, and I don't know if they can be stopped, Sam. I don't know what happened to 6. It looks like it got plugged. The double is in, and it only makes the Big Splash stronger.
Yeah, this is pretty much perfect case scenario for the Big Splash, but they do need to hold on and make sure they don't wipe too early into this. Things are looking perfect for their pacing as of right now, but we do see Marco up top here. He's going to drop the APS. Might go for a steal attempt here. Doesn't look like anybody's rotating over, but the winch from up above from Wayfaust is going to take out Marco there. It's just Cortisol now on the Kingfish with that KS23 and Charge and Slam. Going to find it on the Utopia. Going to take him out. Kinetic now. Last one on the side of the balance. Steal attempt now coming through. Unfortunately, we don't know from who. It looks like the live wires damage ringing in as Wayfaust and Wayfoul going to find 2 onto the live wires. Aquavex going down to Wayfoul as well as Jog starting to get into the mix. Cortisol going to keep him back with that Charge and Slam, taking him out. And Cody, 7 seconds remaining for somebody to actually go for a steal here as the cash out takes 7 seconds to steal. Nobody's really going for it as of right now, and that is going to be map win. Cody headed over to the Big Splash.
Earning every single one of their $77,000. Sitting pretty right on top. They played that almost as perfectly as it gets, I have to say. I do want to take a look at the leaderboard because I know these guys were popping the hell off.
Yeah, Big Splash absolutely frying for a lot of that match. Utopian saying, can't believe you bullied Jog onto the sledge. And I don't know. Might be his calling. 7-1.
It's possible.
Guy was frying.
Yeah, he was frying. He was cooking. Bro was cooking in the kitchen. I mean, that guy knows how to chef it up, apparently. Give him the right tools, you know, and somehow, some way, he becomes a different breed. Kind of wild. But looking at the leaderboard, 11 eliminations from Way Faustus. Jog a little far behind, but not too far. 7 eliminations. Great pickup on the damage. That is something he is right behind Way Faustus on. Looking over the side of the live wires, 5 eliminations from Casper. Way Faustus also matching that with a lot less combat score, so that's pretty impressive. Man, Aquabex, I think, struggling to find a footing. Speaking of struggling to find a footing, I like men, you know. Really struggling. But I mean, when you're playing with Kinetic and Utel, I mean, it's like 3 wolves fighting for scraps. And I think the other 2 were a little more hungry. But Tom Toast, I think, really struggling to find a footing. I mean, there was a lot of lights in this game. There's a lot of chaos, a lot of melee. So I'd probably be in the same position if I was him. Cortisol holding it out, though, with 4 eliminations. The Kingfish, unfortunately, not too mighty for this one.
Yeah, Kingfish, unfortunately, not looking like kings on this one.
Hey,
Meanwhile, they did last time.
still
Albertini, by the way, redeeming the stretch, Cody. I know you just hit one for us a second ago. You want to hit it again real quick? Here, I got you on screen. I know you're due for one. Go ahead. Give us your best stretch. Dude, I know that felt good. Oh, I can tell. I can see the joints releasing on that one. Hell yeah. Thank you for the stretch, Albertini. Real quick, Cody, wanted to say 2 things. One, new name in the queue as we're getting ready to load into our next match, and that's going to be Witty. They just joined in from YouTube. Second, Cody, we broke 600 followers, or not followers, sorry, 600 members in the Discord finally. We've been right on the line for like 2 weeks, and we just broke 600. So thank you, everybody, for joining the community. Those are users, not bots. So thank you, everybody, for joining the community. We're glad to have you. Our goal by the end of the year is 1,000 over in our Discord community. We run pugs. We do a lot of things within the community as well. We're hoping to spin up maybe a new tournament soonish. Depends on what's going on. Expect some announcements probably this week regarding Finals Esports in general. If you want to know when all that is coming through, make sure you're in there. tfcgg.com/discord. And yeah, we got another match on our hand, Cody. It's going to be Monaco Suspended Structures. Seeing some names like Jog, Cortisol, Wave Foul.
I got to look over there.
Huh? Oh, hey.
No, I'm just looking over there.
I can't look this way because the Discord's on the other one, unfortunately.
No, because I see what you're looking at over there.
Yeah, you're good. Marco Tuttle and Tom Toast, Kinetic, who has been, frying all evening. Witty, the name I just mentioned that just joined the community, and Wave Fauster, and also Utopian, Gary, and Aquavex. This is a pretty interesting lobby.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, I think it's going to be quite the hard hitter for, I think, was going to be our last match of the night. I do have to say shout out to I Like Men for claiming the bounty that we set today on TFC Tuesday Night Mugs. There will be more. It's not the end of it. Just the end of it for today.
Yeah, every single week that we're running pugs, which I don't even know what. I wonder if we did episodes. I wonder how many we've done in a row at this point. But where was I going with this? Sorry. We're doing this every single week. So if you have ideas for a bounty that you think would be fun to give away $5 Bucks to, let us know. We're kind of brainstorming these. A lot of these came up on the fly. So yeah, also shout out Gary. Hello, Gary. Welcome in. And yeah, we're ready to go whenever everybody else is in the lobby for our last cash out of the day. Make sure, again, you catch Cody and I on the casting desk for Ape Squad Classics on Thursday. It's going to be a great show. The dynamic duo holding it down over in the jungle.
Yeah.
I was like, how long a thought is this guy gonna be? Oh yeah, the dramatic pause. And also, sorry, real quick. Also, shout out Navy Street once again for running an observer this evening. It's his first time ever being on the cams in the arena, and he's doing a great job. Once again, the finals community is in desperate need of observers for all the upcoming tournaments and events that we're hosting. So please, if you want to be like Navy Street tonight, or Utopian last week, or Cody pretty much every other week, drop.
Actually, can everyone stop? Can everyone stop doing that? You're taking my job. No, I'm just kidding. What
do you mean? That means you don't have to cast and observe at the same time. I feel like you want this.
I've kind of, it's kind of become like a you know what I mean? Like, I kind of rely on it now.
So are you like, when you're casting now, are you like, I don't know what to do with my hands 90% of the time? Do you find yourself like playing with stuff or like, you know, interlacing your fingers all the time?
Yeah. I'm used to all my brain power getting diverted. And now I have a little bit extra.
I will say that's also me. I've noticed, like, while casting heist games the last few weeks and not running like production, so not triggering replays and things like that.
The problem
I gotta make sure I clip that. I'm like, oh wait, I don't.
Like, I'll be like watching because when I'm casting, I can just observe whatever I want, whatever I'm talking about. It's super sick. And then now it's like, I can't, and that blows. Anyways, speaking of things that are gonna not blow, the spear. The spear does not do any blowing. It does a lot of slicing and poking and owies. And I Like Men is running it. Definitely an interesting choice. I feel like we don't see a lot of spear, but the Boundless do want to get involved and interested.
Oh my
God. The winch coming in, the Lockbolt coming in as well. Wade Faust is doing a lot of damage. The Kingfish on the other side of the map, not looking pretty. Wade Faust is getting that pick on Tom Toast. I Like Men getting a pick on the Wade Faust. It's the trade of a lifetime. 2v2 Utopian Aquavex versus Marco versus I Like Men. The damage starting to come in on Marco. Boundless in hot pursuit, but not so hot enough because the Big Splash are up and healthy, and Aquavex taking some damage. I know that Gugun is going to try to stall him. He's looking for anything. He's looking for the poke. He jumps off. He's scared. He's scared to blow Sam. I Like Men picking up the vault, throwing it away, and the Boundless continuing to just not really be able to find a footing. Utopian incredibly low, but hold on. Aquavex gets a pick onto Tom Toast. It's back to a 2v2, but the defib gives him back up. The Boundless doing the same. Utopian getting the res on the way. Faustus. Now Aquavex just needs to heal up, and it's like the fight never happened, Sam.
How are we still fighting for this vault? Someone wipe, please. Tom Toast finally looking to plug the box. I think he's going to be in hot pursuit by the Boundless. He is. I'm not really sure why you stopped. You knew you were going to get jumped by essentially the Hulk at this point. Looking to rain in some damage with the model. Sorry, I thought this was the Flintlock repeater skin. Wade Faustus finding a pick on a Tom Toast, punishing him for lollygagging around. I Like Men, unfortunately, going to go down to Aquavex as well. It's just Marco now on the side of the Big Splash as the vault has exchanged hands. Cody, over to the Boundless.
Yeah, you know, that was a play from the Big Splash. I think they were a little too hesitant. Like I said, they were scared to blow, and the Boundless came in hot and kind of put their money where their mouth is. And let me tell you, their mouth is now in the dirt. You're eating the dirt. Marco's staying alive. The coins coming in soon from Tom Toast and I Like Men. Surely it's going to come in any moment. What are we waiting for?
Oh.
Hey fella, look behind you. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think his teammates had the heads up play. They're not coining in yet. Marco the mine, no! Well, down go the Big Splash, and we're jumping over with the live wires, because that's what's going on right now, and the steal starting to come in from the Kingfish. Wade Foul getting a pick on a Wade Foul, and somehow, someway, the steal going in. The live wires unable to interrupt, and now the Kingfish have control of this. Cortisol going for the res, but hold on, the fella's coming in, getting the right click. He has more health now. Cortisol needs to be careful. The RPG in hand is just not enough for Kinetic. Flying through the hole in the wall and taken down.
Yeah, this was interesting. Cortisol saw Wade Fauster drop down there and try to clean up this kill by bringing him down a level, but unfortunately got jumped by Kinetic to clean that one out. And this box changing hands and staying in possession of the Kingfish.
Yeah, definitely some really good plays here from the Kingfish and the Boundless alike. Both of these teams are going to be pretty healthy once these boxes go through. The Kingfish sitting at 15K. The Boundless won't be too far behind. They'll be about 2,500. Are you telling you? I have trauma now. You told me apparently I'm wrong about math. So now I overthink it, and it's probably going to make me even more wrong. But oh well. Anyways, jumping in with the Boundless. They're playing a little off the box here. They still got a lot of time, so they still have some time to amass some more cash to take the Kingfish out of the conversation. Utopian looking for a backstab. It's lined up. It's ready. Turn around, man. Not too quick, though. Utopian getting the backstab onto Tom Toast, and Cortisol. Looks like the live wires are getting involved here, too. That's not too great here for the Boundless. And oh no, Jog with the red barrel into the shack, taking out Utopian. And now they're throwing down some util. They're making sure this box is protected because there are a few different teams here that want to get involved. The RPG coming in from Aquavex, doing a great job of just keeping them off the box and wasting as much time as possible. I don't think the live wires have a chance even if they wanted to. Aquavex somehow staying alive here with the live wires, doing a great job at cleaning it up. Wade Foul taking down Aquavex. Wade Faust is coming coming in and getting the left click onto Cortisol, the right click trying to connect onto Wei Fao, but it's just not enough. He's not able to get the connection. He's going to get the hand res here. Oh, he's getting a little too hippity-hoppity. Now, finally slowing down and getting this res. Utopia, I'm sure, looking for something.
This is an interesting situation, Cody, because Cash Out C is continuing to be staggered and staggered even further ahead. And I mean, we're already seeing a lot of these fights being drawn out in kind of a neutral area, and Kingfish just continuing to secure C. Nobody really pressuring them or anything like that. I mean, they've got Wade Fauster over there, obviously playing drop. Got Witty and Kinetic, obviously just kind of looking for anything, and there's nothing going on here as the Big Splash, the Boundless, and the Livewires just continue to brawl it out over vault number 4 that's not even open. In fact, you have Aquavex still hanging out where the previous cash out ended probably, I don't know, 45 seconds ago.
Hey, unfortunately, my eyes keep getting drawn to the top left of the screen. The Kingfish need to kind of be interrupted here, Sam, because if they get this, they're going to be sitting at 30K, which is really high. I see Cash Vault 4 over there doing something, but man, these boxes are going to be so staggered. Like, what are we doing? The steal coming in? Hold on, I'm not too sure who is stealing. Looks like the Livewire is trying to make something happen. Why'd they get interrupted? What did we stop? I do see Kingfish way faster sitting under there, sitting pretty. Are we going to interrupt this? No?
No.
Oh, too late though. The Livewire is taking control at the last second, trying to get the right-click Cortisol, doing something with the sledge reload in the RPG. There's not a ton of time left on this box, Sam, and it kind of is anyone's box, but at the same time, the Livewires are looking pretty here.
Yeah, this is great for the Livewires now, but hold on, Cody. Kingfish starting to make the flip happen. This one looking like it is gonna go through, and it does. Kingfish gonna continue to hold on to this lead now as they'll be at 32,000 with no time left to steal.
Oh my gosh. How do we let him get away with that? There's literally no time left. Jog being the last one for the Livewires. It's just not enough. Witty, FBS, TTV, I guess check the guy out. Taking down Jog, and the Livewires with it.
Yeah, this is very much now the Kingfish's game to lose, but Cody said it once, said it before, said it maybe a million times at this point. TFC Pug Nights, cash out specifically, you cannot book a map win unless you come in first. So I would not rule out a double just yet, Cody, but with 2 minutes left on the clock, it's looking like that might not even be possible. I don't know if Vault 6 is going to spawn early enough to be able to open it and also plug it for a double.
It really depends. I don't know. It's going to be close. You're definitely right. But speaking of things being close, Tom Toast kind of low here, trying to stay alive, and the Kingfish are in hot pursuit. If they get control of this box, I don't know what's going to happen. And oh no, the blender from Way Fauster taking down Tom Toast. But hold on, Cortisol is in hot pursuit. Cortisol getting a pick onto Way Fauster. Marco getting a pick onto Witty FPS. Kinetic getting a pick onto Cortisol. Trades back and forth. Way Foul being the only one holding it out here for the Livewires, and I Like Men being the only one holding it out for the Big Splash. But still taking control of this box. And speaking of control of the boxes, the Boundless now have control of their box. And if I'm looking at the total, Sam, they are above the Kingfish, not by a lot, though. They need to control 6. That's scary.
Yeah, I'm surprised by this. This is what, 37, I think? 37,000 for the Boundless currently. I mean, there is definitely catch-up to be done for the Kingfish here. Even if they tap Vault 6, that brings them 1K closer. They only need 2 kills or just a wipe. If they find the third kill onto a team that's already low, that counts. And it looks like Kinetic and the Kingfish are realizing that that is the situation they're in. They're going to go ahead and look for this tap. They don't need to plug this. They really just need to tap it and go fight B at this point. But looks like, Cody, they might actually go for the plug. I don't know if they've got time for this.
Might be kind of tough. I mean, if anyone's able to do it, it would be Kinetic. The box is about to pop, and I'm curious if they really will make it here. I think they will. 20 seconds. You got the pad in the middle. It's going to take them directly to where they need to be. Yeah, they have the split here.
Wow.
But I will say, hold on. If the Boundless take control of this one, they might be able to take control of the next one. The Boundless just rezzed up fully here, and there is still some time on B, but it might be just enough time for them to go over to cash box I don't know whatever it is over there. I think it's reset now. I don't know.
I know.
I'm lost and I'm shocked. But whatever. You take it from here, Sam.
I had the same situation with the Heist games this past week. I was like, wait, is that Cash Out A again? And it was blurry. And Artie was like, well, come on, Sam. It like, you know, this is B. And I was like, well, the alphabet resets sometimes. What do you mean? I will say, Boundless need to get a move on. You got this box. Kind of doesn't matter if you don't get the next one. Meanwhile, everybody's just going to continue to battle it out here, Cody. And I don't think they realize the situation they're in. Steal attempt trying to come through there. Marco's gas mine, though, going to take out the Boundless, coming in as fortunate as possible.
Cortisol that stopped the steal.
Yeah, and Cody, I think this one's going to the Kingfish.
There's still no time, though. Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
An interesting ending. Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be losing by 19,000. The Kingfish taking home our last match of the evening, Cody.
Man, the accelerated box. I feel like the Boundless had the means to succeed. Like, that was pretty crazy play, though. You had Cortisol going for the steal, and Utopian is last-ditched ever to stay alive and keep his team in the running. Gets a backstab and dies to the gas from Marco. I mean, that was a crazy transaction. But unfortunately, I think they had too many transactions on the side of this team. I think they were just too good at what they do. The Kingfish are kind of crazy.
Yeah, this was an interesting one. I mean, the Kingfish, like I said, just kind of had the right macro in play and also just weren't chowed a lot in this game, I felt like. I felt like there was a lot of time that they spent pretty idle just securing a cash out. Nobody really cared. They just all were fighting each other instead. And, I mean, when it did come down to it, though, Kinetic going 7-1, 5,100 damage. I mean, almost top damage in the lobby with all the downtime. I mean, this guy just continues to show out on that M11. Way Falster and Witty, of course, as well, putting in the work. Witty going 5-2 with 4 assists. I mean, just absolutely frying as well. 4,300 damage there. Jog, kind of the only other notable name, 7-6, 5,300 damage from at least what I'm seeing here on the board. Actually, I take that back. 5,300 support score out of Wayfowl. That is actually an insane stat. That is crazy amounts of healing. 4 revives on the light of all things, Cody.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, they kind of popped off. That is kind of crazy to see. But overall, what a good match to end TFC Tuesday Night Pugs on.
Yeah. Good one to end it on again. And again, thank you as well to everybody who tuned in and played this evening. We run these every single Tuesday evening, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If we even have just 6 people, we run final round. Now, again, I got to preface a couple things before we get out of here. One, I cannot reiterate enough. The scene needs more observers. We need people on the cameras in the arena. Even if tournaments have 1 observer, starting to integrate second. The bar for production has been raised more and more week over week with all the events happening. So if you are at all interested, you need no experience at all, but you want to get into the arena to help out the scene, especially C-Sports is making its return, please join our Discord. Cut us a ticket. We will get you on Observer for Pug Night to get you trained up. Shout out Navy Street. This was his first time observing. Did a great job. Utopian, first time last week. He's now going to be open with FCL this Wednesday. I mean, these people are stepping up to the plate to help grow the scene even more. And we just appreciate you. So that is one thing. Again, also, catch Cody and I on the caster desk at Ape Squad Classic on Thursday, 8 p.m., I believe, Eastern Standard Time. You're going to be watching the top teams of the Americas region battle it out. We're going to be seeing Envy for the first time since pretty much TGM 25. So this is going to be a good one. Heist Games also wrapping up qualifiers on Saturday. Don't know if we'll be casting that one or not, but if we are, we'll let you know on Twitter and in the Discord. Speaking of which, follow us right there. And also on Cody's underneath them. Cody, anything else that I missed before we head out of here?
Check out TFC, I can't speak, TFCGG.com, because we got some cool articles over there and some great news about the finals esports. Everything and anything that you could need to know about the finals. So check it out, join the Discord, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday. But oh yeah, like Sam said, see you on Thursday if you stop by. You kind of should. It's kind of like the thing to watch right now. Just saying.
Yeah, it is pretty much the big thing. And obviously Sunday as well, we will be, EU will be happening for Ape Squad as well. We're going to be kicking out the raid here over to Lamp. Nightmare's heavy. You know, wish him luck, obviously, in Ape Squad Classics on Thursday as they continue to play ranked as well and hold on to that #1 spot on the leaderboard. Send them some TFC love, and we'll catch you guys soon. Later.